now that the executorship has been 86'd, hence the title of my live this morning, because it has. For those of you that are not paying attention and or really don't give a shit, I petitioned the court to put a freeze on everything for 90 days while I mounted a defense against the last will and testament of my supposed mother, which, as we all know, Mom has stated on video that it was never completed as late as 2019. Okay, now the original document was dated 2015. All right, but she never finished it. Okay, well, an unfinished document is not a legal document. Sorry, it's just not. I don't give a damn what anybody says. If an unfinished document is not legal. Sorry. But moreover, I put a stay for 90 days, a freeze on everything for 90 days before the court. Okay. And, well, you got to get that signed. No, I don't. No, I don't. All I have to do is put it before the court. So when they come out and change the locks, they violated that freeze, that 90-day freeze, which means the executorship is now null and void. That's the law. That is the law, folks. So the executorship is now poof. It went poof. It went tits up. It's gone. Okay, so now what Mr. Stivers does next, I do not know, but his executorship, or at least James Arnold Frost's executorship, no longer exists. Sorry. You're going to have to think of something else to steal my property, I guess, because you're not stealing it that way. That's for goddamn sure. And you sure as fuck ain't kicking me out my own damn property. Sorry, not going to happen. Nor are you going to sell my property. No, you're not. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Now that the executorship has been 86'd, i.e. when tits up, been destroyed, smashed to bits, Hulk smash. Now that that has occurred, we can now get back to normal things like building aircraft, which is what I enjoy doing. Meanwhile, Mr. Stivers is going to get the police to come out here and put my fucking locks back on, or give me the keys to it, or change the locks and then give me the keys. One way or the other, I'm going to have access to my mom's house again because the executorship is now null and void. Poof, gone. Sorry, bye. And if the Frosts show up again on my property, they're going to jail. Okay. I petitioned the court for a 90-day freeze on everything. I don't have to have it signed by a judge. All I got to do is put it before the court. And I did. I emailed it out early that morning. Okay. So the executorship is now null and void because they violated the freeze I put before the court. Look it up, boys and girls. Look it up, boys and girls. The executorship just went up in a puff of smoke. It has been 86'd, as they say. So, hence the name of this live show. But yeah, the executorship, poof, gone. It's been 86'd. Yeehaw, motherfuckers. And so now we can get back to doing things that really matter, like building aircraft. Oh, we got to sell the property. Yeah, no, you ain't selling my property. Sell your own property if you give a damn about selling something. Don't sell my shit. You want to sell something, sell your own goddamn property. Don't come on trying to take my property away. As the Brits would say, you come up a cropper, you try to take my property away. My sister found that shit out the hard way. Didn't she, folks? Yeah, she did. And she sure as fuck did. I'm 58 years old, folks. I got 2 years business administration, 2 years real estate law, and 2 years of broadcasting arts. I don't need a babysitter. I don't fucking need a babysitter. I can handle my mother's affairs by myself. Thank you very much. Provided I get returned every dime of money that she had, including her stimulus checks and SSI, and the inheritance money that they stole out of her bank account, all of her expensive jewelry, all of that shit, their insurance policies, World War II bonds. She had hundreds of World War II bonds. Each one of those bonds I showed you on the internet is valued at thousands of dollars a piece. I want that shit all back. And once I have it all back, I'll have the financial means to take care of my mom's affairs and be able to pay for the taxes and bills, keep everything going. I can do that shit all by myself. I don't need a fucking babysitter. Okay, so what's the executorship about? Let's be abundantly clear. The executorship is about stealing my property. That's all it's about. Or selling the property out from under me. It is not about giving the property to the children. That's a fucking lie. And it's not about, benefiting me in any way, because it's obviously not. $250 a month? Yeah, what a fucking lie. Any moron can find out, $250 a month? Well, that's a joke. Yeah, it is a joke, because the executorship is a fucking joke. Any moron can figure that shit out. Any moron can figure that shit out. It's a joke. It's a scam, a sham. It's not real. It's you know, I mean, how many adjectives and adverbs can I come up with, you know, to convey to you what a fucking joke it is? It's a lie. It's a scam, a sham, joke. You know, it's not real. You know, but if the court is that fucking concerned about having an executor, then bang, they could get a neutral party. They ain't gonna get a neutral party because it isn't about actually dealing with the executorship. It's about stealing. That's what it's about. Because Frost ain't gonna relent. Like I said, the Frost could have rejected the executorship at any time. They did, you know, they come out here, oh, well, we got to do this. No, you don't. No, you don't. You can reject it. You can say, hey, it's a conflict of interest. We're not getting involved. That's all you got to say. It's a conflict of interest. We're not getting involved. And that's it. You don't have to do shit. They'll hire somebody else to do it. Now, a professional locksmith should have been out here handling this. If they really were serious about it, they would have had a professional locksmith out here doing this, not Ronnie Ray and the Frost. Okay, and there would have been a policeman here, and they would have done this shit upright. Okay, but the Frost show up here out of the blue with a court document in their hand and no police officer present. Yeah, what a load of horse shit. It doesn't work that way in the real world, folks. It doesn't work that way. They don't put court business in the hands of fucking common people. Okay, they don't do that. It's not done. So everything that happened yesterday was a total fucking sham. And like I said, I've got video shows them all laughing and cutting up over locking me out of the house. Okay, so that right there should tell you that it's a sham. And you know, and I can present that video to the court, by the way, which I will. How much you want to bet I called Stevers on the phone this morning and that document wasn't even real? Anybody want to take bets on that shit? Huh? Any of you want to take bets on that? Like I said, folks, in a real situation, there would have been a professional locksmith, there would have been a police officer present. The Frosts wouldn't be out here by themselves doing it. It would have been done by a professional locksmith and a police officer. Okay, that didn't happen. Okay, so everything that transpired yesterday was a total fucking sham. But the beautiful thing is that I filed before they came out here, which means the executorship just went poof. It's been 86'd, as they say. That's a term, by the way. 86'd is a term. Okay, you might want to look that shit up. I did. What they did yesterday was total shit. That's not how that shit works. In a real execution of something of that caliber, there would have been a policeman present, there would have been a professional locksmith that the court had hired to do it. The Frosts themselves would not be out here doing that shit. They wouldn't. Okay, so that right there should be your first clue. Because you know that it doesn't happen that way. Okay, the court does not tell no ordinary civilians to go out and do their work. No, that's handled by the police and by the by professionals. Okay, the Frost should not have been involved at all. They're right. Yes. That's right. But whether it's legal or not, it's definitely illegal because they did it after I put a 90-day freeze on everything. Right? When I submitted that 90-day freeze to the courthouse, that was the end of it. They shouldn't have done anything, but they went on ahead and did it anyway, and so now their executorship goes poop. Bye. The executorship's been 86. And like I said, if it was a legitimate concern about the property, that would have been done by a neutral party anyway. It wouldn't have been done by the Frost. Okay, so this isn't about actually doing something, in a legal way. This is about stealing property. So have them stick out their goddamn arm, and we'll take a DNA test, see if there's blood to mine. You notice nobody's volunteering to do that shit. Hey man, if you really claim to be blood to my mother, stick your arm out. Let's find out. Let's take a little drop of blood and find out if you really are blood to my mother. Oh, nobody's volunteering, I see. Yeah, they ain't going to either. Because they know for a fact they ain't blood to my mother. They're blood to Arnold. That's why his name is James Arnold Frost, because they're blood to Arnold, not my mother. Ain't nobody volunteering to take a DNA test. You notice that, right? Yeah, see, the Kentucky law is very clear. It has to be blood relatives in Kentucky law. They aren't blood to my mother. They're not. This whole thing is a sham. They're not blood to my mother. Sorry, but they're not. Sucks to be them.